Hi, folks. This is Sid from 3-Minute Travel Tips and magicofmickey.com. Welcome to 3-Minute Travel Tips Live. 3-Minute Travel Tips Live is a roundtable discussion with travel professionals and industry bloggers. We're here to talk about vacation topics in a little more detail. Each of our 30-minute shows will feature a segment where we dig a little bit deeper than our usual 3-minute format. Vacation planning doesn't have to be complicated. We're all about offering video content to help make your vacation experiences memorable. And today's topic is a fantastic example. We're visiting Pandora, the world of Avatar, and we're offering observations and tips for those who are about to make the journey. And we've got the lowdown in 30 minutes or less. First, I'd like to introduce our guests. We've got Monday Cleghorn. Monday is owner and president with Magic of Mickey Travel. Magic of Mickey Travel's earned quite an honor within the Disney organization. It is recognized by Disney to be an authorized Disney vacation planner. Monday, how are things in Alabama?
Hot.
Hot.
They're hot.
Oh my, yes, this time of year, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have Becki Whittaker. Becki is a Florida-based travel professional, and she serves as manager with Magic of Mickey Travel. Becki, are things hot in Florida?
Absolutely, and it looks like we're drying out a little bit finally.
That's true. I think I heard you had a little bit of rain.
We've had probably the better part of 2 weeks of rain. So, yeah.
Wow. And finally, we have Amber Fordham. Amber is a first-time guest with 3-Minute Travel Tips. She is also a travel professional based in Georgia and recently joined Magic of Mickey Travel. Amber, how are things in Georgia?
Great. Very good. I'm happy to be here.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, before we get into the main topic, we've got a little bit of news to report. And Monday, I say news, a little bit of news, but really this is some pretty big news. Tell us about Adventure Awaits.
Well, Sid, Adventure Awaits is a product of Magic of Mickey Travel. So we decided we sell everything. We don't just sell Disney, but we have a lot of people that when they see Magic of Mickey Travel, they think Disney, and that was the purpose in the beginning. But now we want people to realize that we do sell other destinations around the world. So Adventure Awaits came from Magic of Mickey Travel. So we now have a new website. It is aawaits.com. And we would love for you to check it out. All of our guests, all of our fans, and our clients. It's a great website. Becki actually did the work on Adventure Awaits, and it is a beautiful website. So I encourage everybody to check it out, and don't just think of us for your Disney destinations. Think of us for destinations around the world.
Well, that's just it. I mean, people are going to want to travel to all kinds of different places, and this is a way for Magic Mickey Travel to address some of those other locations that might be of interest. Well, now for Disney fans, if memory serves me, there's something coming up in September involving a cruise, or what's happening?
Yes,
here?
it is. Well, this will be our second annual Disney cruise with our agents and some of our clients, fans, anybody that loves Magic of Mickey Travel and 3-Minute Travel Tips. They're welcome to join us. It's September 25th. We're doing the Disney Dream 4-night sailing. So I encourage everybody to contact a travel agent at Magic of Mickey Travel and book your cruise and join us. We have a ball when we go on these cruises. Last year, we did a fun video that you actually did for us, Sid. And I mean, we danced around the ship and just had a big old time. So that's the way we cruise, and we'd welcome anybody to come join us.
It was a blast, I have to admit. And and oh my gosh, people were dancing. We went all over the place. Well, yeah. One thing I think we also should mention, something about pricing, not only with that cruise, but I think there's some pricing coming out.
Yes, June 20th, prices for 2018 for Walt Disney World and Aulani will be available. So be sure to contact your travel professional at Magic of Mickey Travel to get those prices booked, those dates booked that you want. I know we've got a lot of clients that are waiting on those prices to come out. So get on the phone, send an email, go to the website, whatever you got to do to get your quote request.
That's exactly right. Well, it's now's the to do it. Once those rates are out, I mean, the best rates are going to probably go first. So contact your travel professional as soon as possible. Well, today's topic is a really cool topic. We're here to talk about Pandora, the world of Avatar. This area is a specially themed location inside Disney's Animal Kingdom. The area was inspired by a 2009 sci-fi film called Avatar. It was written and directed by James Cameron. The film was enormously popular at the time and earned almost $3 billion, making it the highest grossing film of all time. Well, Disney Imagineers worked together with James Cameron to create a 12-acre site that resembles this world of Pandora. The planning and construction have taken several years to complete, and now the wait is over, and frankly, this place is cool. They've created an alien world for you to explore. Disney has 2 fantastic attractions, a restaurant, a souvenir area, and plenty of surprises. The point of view for guests is that they're actually on an expedition to the world of Pandora. And well, when you first enter, your initial impression are some spectacular floating mountains. Tell me about it. When you first entered this area, what was it like?
Oh my goodness. It was massive. It was incredible, awesome, immersive. I was blown away when I walked in. I had expectations that were pretty high, but obviously not high enough because they completely exceeded any expectations that I had. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. And it was just amazing.
I have to share that. Becki, when you where did you enter and what was it like?
Well, I entered the main area there at the old Camp Mini Mickey entrance. And as you come through, like Monday said, it's huge. Everything's like huge scales, very vibrant coloring in all the foliage. But also there's the smells. I mean, there's the sounds, the smells, the visual. Growing up back in Ohio, we had dirt, and you walk through Pandora and you actually smell dirt, and you don't have that here in Florida. So it will touch on all of your senses.
Wow. Amber, yeah, I know you're a veteran of Disney, different attractions, different areas. This represents a departure with Animal Kingdom. What did you think when you first entered the area?
Well, Disney definitely did a great job, as they do in other parks, of kind of placing a veil as you walk into the area. So you really walk in and it's just, I mean, like Monday was saying, it was really overwhelming. But I mean, it really is nothing like any other area that I've seen. It's just, like Monday said, very immersive, and I mean, there's nothing that really can describe it.
Well, the area itself, it's mentioned before, it's a pretty large area. They have 2 attractions. Let's first talk about the Navi River Journey. Monday, what's the Navi River Journey about?
It's a riverboat ride, or actually a boat ride. It goes through the Navi River in Pandora, or the Pandoran River, I'm sorry. It is really peaceful. You get to experience the culture, the bioluminescent, the fauna and flora throughout the ride. And it's just, again, it's just a really peaceful ride. But to me, the most impressive part of the ride is the Navi shaman, who is, you'll see near the end of the ride. And oh my goodness, I mean, it was the most real. It was just incredibly real looking. I mean, it was beautiful, and watching her move and sing, and it was incredible.
Disney's created
incredible.
I have to admit, it is very unusual. This is a very large, I don't know, 10, 15 foot audio animatronic. It's blue. It's modeled obviously after the creatures that were in Avatar. And Monday, you nailed it. I mean, it's moving back and forth, and it sways, and it's a very fluid motion. Amber, you were able to go in the attraction. What'd you think when you were kind of going through this river journey?
Just the attention to detail was amazing. I mean, you had creatures crawling overhead and creatures off in the background walking around, and it really felt like you were going along this river. You didn't feel like you were in Central Florida. You felt like you were in some other world. So, and a lot of that, I think, is just because of the detail that they put into it.
That's true. That's true. Monday, I would characterize the Navi River journey as probably a D ticket attraction if you're old school and you kind of go back to when the tickets were distributed, but the E ticket attraction, and that's probably the more popular attraction, is called Avatar Flight of Passage. And this attraction is going to get a lot of buzz. Tell me about Avatar Flight of Passage.
Oh my goodness. Where do I begin? It was breathtaking. It was overwhelming. You're riding on the back of a banshee, and I don't want to really give anything away, but I will tell you this: you can actually feel it. It's like it's breathing underneath you, and just the sights, the experience, the immersiveness of this ride. You literally feel like you are flying. And when I finished riding the first time I rode 5 times. The first time after I got through riding it, I was crying. I mean, it was just the most impressive ride. I will say this, for me, hands down, it is the best ride I've ever ridden in my life.
Wow.
I literally felt like I was a part of the ride.
I have to admit, it is a very unusual experience. It's like it's like a mashup between Soarin' and Star Tours, in that they've got kind of this quasi motion simulator thing. You're not hanging like you are in Soarin', but you're actually sitting in a almost like a motorcycle ski-doo kind of contraption. The motion itself it matches up with the motion on the screen. You're given 3D goggles. Amber, this was, in my mind, it is a spectacular experience. Very unusual. What did you think about it?
Yeah. So I was a little scared going on to it just because of the type of ride it was. But once I got on the ride, that just completely went away. I mean, but you have emotions from, like Monday said, excitement to there's times when it's very peaceful, but it's just a very exciting, very exhilarating ride. And it really is something that I think everybody should ride if they get a chance to.
I think, and the key thing there is you get a chance to. Both of these attractions are going to be enormously popular for some time, and the whole area is. Becki, let's talk about this. We're talking very popular attractions. They're having. I've heard wait times of up to 3 and 4 hours for some people, some guests. What's the best strategy if you want to ride these attractions?
The best strategy is to have a Walt Disney World vacation package where you're staying on site, so you can book those fast passes at 60 days. Being local, I can go most any time that I want to the theme parks, and I cannot find fast passes same day, a week out. They are going at 60 days. So you really need to book as early as possible. Now, you do have to choose, though, between either attraction. You cannot select a fast pass for both of them. You do have to choose one, and then you can choose anything else in the park for your other two. So you will want to make sure that you check the height requirement of 44 inches for the flight of passage. But so if you've got little ones, you may want to do a fast pass for Navi River Journey if you're trying to do it as a family. But definitely fast passes are the way to go with these attractions.
And as well, probably, would you say that you want to observe where the extra magic hours are going to be going on? Again,
Yeah, if you're being on site, you do have the bonus of the extra magic hours. So check them out for park open. If they're open an extra hour early at the beginning of the day, or check out the extra magic hours at the end of the day. Those will definitely be some extra opportunities for you as well.
I want to mention a couple of things real quick too. As far as you mentioned it being a virtual ride, don't let that scare you from riding it, because I get sick on virtual rides, but this one did not bother me at all. You have plenty of cool air blowing in your face, and I think that eliminates the sickness. There's also different levels on the ride, so find the level that works best for you. For me, it was the highest level. And then also the size, there are some issues with sizing. I don't know if you were going to get into that.
Yeah, we were. I was. One of the things that's kind of come out initially is that some guests and some bloggers were reporting they were having some difficulty fitting into these little motorcycle ski-doo kinds of contraptions. And might you describe that a little bit? What's the story there?
I'll be honest with you, Sid. I was there with a lot of people, and I saw one person that had an issue with riding. And out of all of those people, just one person. It's not. There is a seat out in the front before you get on the ride, so you can actually sit on the ride and see how it's going to feel for you, and if you're going to be able to fit before you have to go in there and then turn around and take that walk of shame that you don't want to have to do. So you can check that out, but there's a bar that comes up across your back and kind of locks you in place. And that, I think some people were having an issue either with the leg area, the leg restraint, or that portion. But I've not heard many people say that they've had any issues at all with it.
I think you're right. And in fact, what I'd been told by one Disney person, they were having, I think, a statistical rate of 2 to 3% or something along those lines. It was a very small number of people of guests that were having some challenges. But I think you nailed it in that if you are concerned, and I'm a stocky person myself, if you are concerned is to go visit that area in front of the attraction, sit in the seat, see how well it fits. But there is a mechanism in the back that will support you, and there's your legs are in kind of an area where it's just a tight little area, I suppose. So it's possible that some of that may be there may be some challenges, but for most people, I think it'll work fine. And with our attraction, when we rode, the only thing I observed is a father and a daughter, and they were having the trouble with the father being able to sit in the seat and have the locking mechanism in place. And so what they ended up doing is switching seats, and the daughter rode in that seat and he rode in a different seat, and the cast members were able to make it work. So I think this is something that's going to be evolving. Knowing Disney and the way they are, they're very attuned to guest satisfaction, and I would not be surprised if this is a story that if it ends up being a big issue, Disney will address it in the future. We're getting a little tight on time, so I know one of the things we do want to chat about, and this is important, and that's talking about food. There's a canteen, Satu'li canteen. It's a quick serve area. Monday, what's this canteen all about?
Oh, it's delicious, healthy foods. I can't think of another location in any of the parks that offer the type of food offerings that they have here at Satu'li Canteen. And they're trying to kind of immerse you into, the Navi culture. So they've done a fantastic job of doing that with the food items. There's lots of really good items that are healthy. They have fried, I know fried may not be so healthy, but fried, what's that stuff called? Somebody help me.
The pods.
I can't think of the word.
Yeah,
what?
The pods,
well, those are steamed. They have steamed hamburger pods. Those are amazing. Steamed curry chicken pods, and they are incredible. But yeah, they've got some really delicious items on the menu. So.
It's unusual, if I remember right. I'd had kind of this bowl that you pick a protein, you pick a starch kind of thing, and it's not your standard quick serve kind of location where you get the hamburger and the fries. So guests are going to want to know that in advance. Just kind of take a peek at it. If you got some picky eaters, Amber, I think
tofu, fried tofu.
I was going to say, well, Amber, you had kind of a unique combination you discovered there, if I remember right, too.
Yeah. My husband chose the tofu, and I had the fish. So it was really refreshing to see that there were some, like especially with the tofu, the non-meat option. And I'm not aware of really, especially for the quick service areas in the parks, that's an option other places. So that was very refreshing to see that.
Becki, if memory serves too, they've got kind of a unique ordering system for guests that is a little different than a lot of quick serve locations. You're actually able to use your app to order this in advance. How does that work?
Yeah, so you can go to your My Disney Experience app, and under the dining, you can go and do like a remote ordering system. It has the entire full menu, all the way down to how do you want your beef cooked. So it's just like ordering in person. But if you have younger children with you, it's an easier way to get your order. You show up and kind of check in, and they get it prepped for you, and you pick up your tray and you head out. So it's a really unique experience that they've started there, and they're slowly rolling it out to other theme parks and other quick service locations as well.
In other words, just keep an eye on how this technology is carried out in other locations, because other guests are going to be able to take advantage of other places. Monday, you discovered also kind of a unique treat, if you will, at the area called Pangu. What did you have there?
Oh my goodness! First of all, Pangu means party, and this drink is like a party in your mouth. It is incredible. It's called Night Blossom, and it's a mixture of limeade, apple, desert pear, and it's got passion fruit boba balls on top. And those boba balls explode in your mouth when you get them in your mouth, and they are amazing. Now, I went back and tried. I got to try this twice, so I went back and tried a second time, and I had them put the strawberry boba balls on mine. Now the guy said, I don't recommend you do that because the flavors just don't mesh. And I said, well, just put them there anyway because I want to try it. So I did, and I prefer the strawberry boba balls. I don't know, just me. But it is like drinking a sweet tart. It is incredible. Yes. I think about it daily. I do not lie to you. I think about this drink daily.
Drinking a sweet tart. Oh my goodness. Well, the area,
and I love sweet tarts.
The area is definitely unusual for guest experience. Before we wrap up, Amber, any other quick thoughts you may have about the area as far as attractions or food or anything else that maybe guests would want to hear?
Mainly just take some time to experience the world that's there. It's an attraction in and of itself. And just be sure to go back at different times of the day. Make sure you have time for that, because it really is a different experience each time. And at night when the bioluminescence magic comes to life, that really is a special experience. So just take some time to spend the day there.
You kind of nailed it there. One of the things we always do, and I hate to say it, but we've got to wrap up our segment now. And one of the things we've
got to mention Wind Traders right quick, because that is an important area, and this is the shopping area, the gift shop, and nothing in there is Disney oriented. It's all Pandora themed, and you can actually go in there and create your own avatar, and you can buy a Banshee. So there you go.
The whole area itself is unusual. The signage doesn't have kind of the Disney look to it. It's not a typical visit into a theme park. It looks like you're actually visiting the world of Pandora. Well, I hate to do it, but we do need to wrap it up. And one of the things we always do at the end of our segments is we have something that we call our tip of the day. And Monday, let me toss it to you first. We're kind of tight on time. What is your tip of the day?
My tip of the day is this area is so immersive. Don't miss the expedition guides who are actual cast members. Don't miss that because it's all part of the experience. Talk to them. You will literally feel like you are on the fifth moon of Alpha Centauri.
Excellent, excellent. Becki, what is your tip of the day?
Just going back to the extra magic hours from now in through July 4th, for all resort guests, Animal Kingdom has extra magic hours in the evening from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., which means the park's open till 11. You get those extra 2 hours. It's a great way to get in there. Again, it's through July 4th. We don't know if it's going to be extended. It depends on what Disney feels the needs are. So always keep touching base with your travel professional and keep up with the lowdown.
Excellent. Amber, what is your tip of the day?
The biggest thing for me would be to go and experience the food. I mean, it's not anything like in other places. So just at least try it.
Excellent.
If you can.
Excellent. Well, my tip of the day is go to the website visitpandora.com and you'll get a preview of the journey. The site sets the stage as if you were about to go on an expedition to Everest, and it's your chance to actually kind of virtually visit this park without actually setting foot on it. It's a great teaser.
Or an expedition to Pandora, not Everest.
Thank you, Navi. Visit Pandora. You are absolutely right. Visit Pandora.
Yeah.
Visit Pandora.com. Well, I hate to do it, but we do need to wrap it up. I'd like to thank you for tuning into our broadcast. I'd also like to thank Monday, Becki, and Amber of Magic of Mickey Travel. Well, that's it. In 30 minutes or less. For all your Disney travel needs, reach out to any of the dream makers at Magic of Mickey Travel. And for all... Oh, there goes our timer. And for more travel tips, please subscribe below or check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. And you can also reach us on our blog website, 3minutetraveltips.com. Thanks for watching.